Talk about the day and how was it for you?
It's great. It's great. You know, it's just getting used to. There's so many new faces, new environment. It's for how much was new. I thought it was really awesome. I think the guys are really coming together. I think we're building something, but that's got to happen day by day, brick by brick.
Yeah, was it pretty smooth considering there were some new faces and plus you're indoors, which doesn't help, and you're not a lot of room to do what you want to do? Did it go pretty smoothly?
I think it went very smoothly. You know, I think we started well and then, you know, hit the halftime. Maybe we had a little low there coming out of our little break there, but that's good. You know, we want our lows and then we want to be able to bounce back. So I think for day one, I think it was incredibly smooth, but this is day one. You know, it's a long journey, so we have to make sure we continue to pick at the bad, appreciate the good, and then move on.
The USFL season ended like in July, I think, last year.
Yeah.
So you've had kind of 2 off seasons. How'd you feel being back in this environment, which you haven't been in for a long time?
Yeah, I felt great. I did some new training, some more joint health-oriented training, so I feel like my joints are better than they've been in a long time. So I feel awesome, and it's just good to be back in football. I missed it, and it's good to be throwing a ball again.
Long break helps the body, I imagine?
I think so. Yeah, sometimes it freshens the mind, too. I think I feel good. I'm ready to go.
Tell me about your leadership style, because I notice you're talking to other quarterbacks that just don't throw them a tray, and I mean, you're talking to everybody out there on offense. Tell me about just the leadership style that you want to bring here.
I think just no ego. You know, I think is the biggest thing is that we're all here to learn and we're all here to get better, and it takes everybody. So obviously we have a lot of numbers in here. We have to try to get as many people on the same page as possible. That's not an easy task, but it's just it's about every day in every way kind of chipping away and learning something. So if I can be a voice so I can share how I see it and they can share how they see it, then I think we're all going to learn. I'm not going to keep anything to myself. I'm going to try to get to know my teammates as well. There are a lot of new faces, like I said. So just be authentically myself and without an ego.
And how much is like you talking to the guys before you, obviously when you get on the field it's all different, but getting to know guys before you step on the field and, you know, kind of, you know, when you come out here, you kind of have an idea of what each person's kind of like. And I know you're still learning, but
no, that's everything. And that's part of what the reason makes the CFL such an amazing league is that the teams that win the Grey Cup are the teams that have that cohesion. They have that brotherhood in the locker room because the CFL season is a marathon. You know, it's a long season. You play similar opponents over and over. It's like how well can you trust the guy next to you? I think it's the perfect example of what brotherhood can do when you put your desires and the team's desires kind of intermingle and come together. So the quicker and the sooner we can do that, the better. But like I said, it's the process. We're day one, and we're behind a lot of other teams in cohesion. So we have to be more purposeful with our actions every day and more purposeful with our getting to know each other and doing it quickly.
No, Coach Jones said, I think it was you have 10 more sessions before you play a preseason game against someone else in another colored shirt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The process and the journey you talked about, maybe add to that, and you're going to have good days out here, you're going to have bad days out here before that preseason game.
Yeah, that's the hope, right? You know, like we got to microwave that process. So, like I said, I don't think we can take a moment off. I think we have to put our pedal to the metal as fast as possible because those learning processes have to be tight, right? You're going to go through, you're going to make the mistakes, and you're going to drop down and come back. But we're going to try to not to have 2 bad days in a row, you know? So a shooter's mentality where if you miss the shot, the next one's going in. If you make the shot, the next one's going in. So we have to do that approach as a team and as a unit and get to know each other while we're doing it. So it's a process.
Kurleigh Gittens, there was a lot of talk about will he be ready for camp, coming off very serious major hip surgery while he was out here today, and maybe not 100%, but how he looked.
Amazing. When I called Kurleigh back in, you know, when the trade went down, and I just asked him, are you good to go? And he said yes. And when Kurleigh says that, there's no doubt. You know, he has a special dog about him. There's a inner kind of perseverance. There's an inner strength that sits inside of Kurleigh. You can see it through his eyes. And so I knew when he said that, his word is his bond, and he would be ready to rock by the time we were going.
How much did your familiarity with Jarious Jackson help maybe make this day one a little bit of a smoother transition, especially starting with the new team?
It's huge. It's huge. Knowing Coach Jackson and Coach Howell was instrumental why I'm here in the first point, and then it was we can have conversations that aren't getting to know each other or, you know, football 101. It's like we both see the 101. Let's talk about 2.0. Let's talk about 3.0. I see this here. How do you want me to go here? You know, rather than just getting to know each other and earning each other's trust. We've already built that trust a little bit. I think a lot, and so now it's just about continuing that dialogue, right? When he sends a play in, it's not just a play. It's telling me what he's thinking, you know? And so that's the relationship that's going to build as we go.
Thanks, Todd.
Yes, sir.
Well, appreciate it.